first card you have, your past, is the Chariot. So yes, obviously this card's about moving forward and all of these things. I'm seeing that in it. I'm seeing that you might be thinking about moving forward from someone or something or a situation. Could be a love person, love interest, something like that. Love person, that doesn't make sense. A love interest or something like that. Just thinking about it at this stage, I'm seeing with the Chariot. But yes, I'm seeing also a kind of a I'm seeing a kind of a tug of war, a kind of a force. This is about your emotions. It's like you wanted to move forward with a lot of practical things you needed to do, but your emotions could have been stopping you. And that's probably why you were thinking of moving forward from someone or moving away from someone who you're involved with at this time. They were causing you a lot of emotional problems. You're feeling really, really emotional, up in your emotions. You couldn't actually do anything practical. You had all these things, all these responsibilities, all these practical things you wanted to do in your life. And you wanted to do them, but your emotions kept on taking over. It was really, really difficult for you actually to get these things done, because it was like every time you tried to concentrate, your head was thinking about this person, and maybe they hurt you, and maybe they weren't the same as you wanted them to be. They weren't doing what you wanted, and they were kind of not. Yet something just wasn't right, and it was hurting you and bothering you, and your emotions were stopping you from moving forward. Yes, you wanted to take control of your life again. You wanted to get that control back. You wanted to get these reins and push forward and move forward in the Chariot. But if you look at this Chariot, there's actually no reins. So the driver has no reins. So you're thinking, this is impossible. How can I do this if my emotions are taking over? I can't see where I'm supposed to be going. I can't see how I'm supposed to be driving this or where I'm supposed to be going, because your emotions were in the front of your head, getting in the way like a big cloud and clouding you, so you couldn't see where you were supposed to go properly. You couldn't steer where you were supposed to be going. That's what I'm seeing with that. I hope that makes sense. The next card you have, your past, is Strength. So yes, this is what you're trying to get. You're trying to get your strength back, because your emotions were just out of control. Your emotions were trying to control all these things. You couldn't actually get control. And I'm seeing that you had to try and really work to get your feelings into perspective so that you could actually do all these things. It was really a struggle. That's why I'm seeing this tug of war. And I'm seeing that you were hurt at this time, but someone else was hurt as well. So it could be this person who you were dealing with at this time. There's hurt on both sides, I'm seeing. And yes, this is in the past, but if this resonates, you're just going to have to be as strong as you can. You're going to just have to try and push through this. You have all these responsibilities. You can't just lay down in bed and cry and let your emotions take over. And I think you knew this at this time. So you had to just try and do your best, struggle through this, get through what you needed to do. And that's what you had to do. You just needed this strength. You needed to try and get your strength from somewhere. And I'm seeing that, you needed strength as well, because this person, you felt very weak around this person, because they're actually really hurting you in some way. You felt very hurt around them. They might not have deliberately been trying to hurt you, but you felt very hurt around this person. And yes, you felt very hurt around them. That made you feel quite weak. But then when you're away from them, I'm seeing you're actually weak as well then, for other reasons. You were very sad to be away from them. So there's this kind of thing where you had to try and get your strength from somewhere so that you could do the practical things in your life, so that you could also sort out what you were going to do with this person, because obviously it wasn't a good situation to be in either way. So you had to try and sort that out. I'm not seeing you did it this time. I'm seeing that you just had to kind of push through this, try and push through your emotions to get the practical things done that you needed to do. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your past, is the Three of Cups. So yes, I'm seeing that you're also trying to get your strength back, trying all these different ways to try and do that. And one of the ways you were doing that was through other people. Now, this can be the card about parties, and clearly you weren't feeling like you wanted to have a party at this time. You're very, very emotional, and you had a lot of stress and a lot of problems around you. But I'm seeing that you did probably try and talk to some other people, maybe some friends, to try and get that strength back so that you had a bit more strength inside you, that kind of thing. So I'm not seeing you actually venting your problems to these people, but I am seeing that you're probably just bonding with some people, having some time out, having an escape from all of these things through these people. And that did help you to get some strength up. That's what I'm seeing. You really needed this time out with these people. So the first card you have, your present, is the Knight of Cups. So yes, what I'm seeing is this is actually reflecting, the Strength card. And this is reflecting this it's kind of like a can't live with them, can't live without them feeling. It's like, you know, when you felt that your strength was, you weren't strong with them and you weren't strong when you were without them, that kind of thing. And you're still thinking about this at this time in this Knight of Cups. You're still working through this in your head. And I'm seeing that you had kind of a way that you wanted things to go with this relationship with this person. You could see that this was a way that this person should be behaving in a relationship, a way that they should be reacting to you, and the way that they should have been respecting you is the kind of word I'm trying to find. And they weren't doing that. They weren't acting in that way. And I'm seeing that you were looking back on the time you had when you first started with this person. And I'm just seeing this feeling of, oh, they were so fantastic when we started. They were so attentive. They were so kind. They did this for me. And now they're so different. They're just not like that anymore. They're so different. They were so fantastic. They're so great for me. Why can't they be like that now? Why can't they be like that again? And the reason is that I'm just looking at this desert. And if you look at this Knight of Cups, he's in a desert. So there's dry mountains behind him, red mountains, and sand, yellow sand, and there's a little stream running through. What I'm seeing is, I'm thinking of, you know, when you're in the desert, you probably haven't been in the desert, and I haven't either, but movies about the desert, and what you know about the desert is that when you're going along in the desert, you might see what looks like water in front of you. It's actually a mirage. So you might see, oh, I need some water, and you get up close to it, and then it disappears. So that's what I'm seeing this is. This stream is like a mirage. What that's saying to me is that this is an illusion. It's not really real. So the way they were acting in the beginning to you was not real. Now, yes, it was real, it happened, but what I mean is that was not the true them. They might have either been putting up some sort of pretend front to you to reel you in or something like that. Or it might not be that sinister. It might just be that they're on their best behavior in the honeymoon period and that wore off and now you can see the real them. It might be that. So that's what I'm seeing in that card. And, you know, you're just, at this time, you're just realizing all of this about this person and you're kind of thinking through this. That's what I'm seeing. So the next card you have, your present, is the High Priestess. So yes, this is about your instincts, and you're having to use your instincts to kind of sort all of this out, get through this, what you actually know, what's real and what isn't with this Knight of Cups. And also for a while I'm seeing that you actually did have these instincts and this intuition about this person. You kind of knew that something wasn't quite right. You kind of knew that they weren't behaving in the way that you would like. I'm not saying you were trying to control them into a certain kind of behavior. This is true that they should have been treating you in a certain way, and they weren't. They were at the beginning, and then they weren't as time went on. So yes, this could be, you could still be talking to this person, you could still be with this person, that's what I'm seeing. But yes, your instincts are now becoming very, very clear as you sort through this, and now you're just kind of working your way through this, seeing everything a lot clearer than you were. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have, your present, is the Hermit. So yes, this also, again, I'm seeing this is the same thing. I'm sorry if I keep on seeing the same thing over and over again. This is the lantern. This man's following his path. You're seeing things very clearly. Suddenly you have this big lantern with a star in it, and you can see what's happening with this person, and that this isn't really how they really are. And really, you can't go back to how things were in the beginning. You have to move forward. You're forced to move forward. You can't go backwards. You have the Chariot. That's what I'm seeing. I'm also seeing with this card that you've had so many emotional things go on, all this emotional turmoil, trying to find your strength. You've had your emotions clouding everything that you've been trying to do practically on a practical level. And this is also about you trying to get some time to yourself to try and sort through all those practical things now. So you might be just trying to put your emotions to one side, shut the door on your emotions, and then you might just be trying to sort through all these practical things just to get them out of the road now. That's what I'm seeing with that as well. So the first card you have, your future, is the Hanged Man. So yes, again, I'm seeing you holding back on doing anything to do with this person, in this Knight of Cups, this person in the relationship, because you just have all these practical things to do now, and you don't want these emotions to keep on taking over because you're getting so behind on everything you had to do practically. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not being very clear at the moment. But I'm also seeing you, yes, you're taking a step further. You're taking a step further with this. I'm seeing that you're actually going to start to meditate once you've gotten through all these practical things you have to do, and you're going to be taking some time out for yourself, and you're going to be really thinking even clearly. You're still going to be sorting through these things. You're going to be working out what's illusion, what's true, what isn't, and you're just going to be coming to realization about these things. This hanged man has like a halo around his head, and sometimes I think that's a light bulb as well. It's like you're upside down, seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things properly now, being by yourself, and then you're having this light bulb, I hate saying light bulb moment, so cheesy, but this kind of, it's really cringy, but this kind of light bulb thing, like, now I can see what's been going on now with this person. And I think, your instincts already knew that with the High Priestess, but you're really seeing things very, very, very clearly, loud and clear now at this time. The next card you have for your future is the Queen of Wands. So yes, getting this time to yourself, cleaning up your emotions, clearing up everything else as well, all sorts of other things that you're unfinished with as well, I'm seeing at this time. I'm seeing not literally cleaning up, you might be doing that, but I am seeing that you're being more organized at this time, you're finishing things, and you're being a lot faster with the way that you're working through things now. A lot of practical things were unfinished, and you're still going to be working through these things at this time. And you're actually having, now that you've had this kind of little light bulb, a little aha thing that happened to you, you're getting a little bit more positive now. You're getting a bit your strength back inside yourself at this time, because you really didn't know where you were before. Your emotions were controlling everything. Now they're not so much. You're seeing things very clearly, and now you're having a little bit of optimism coming back too. I'm seeing that with this beautiful sunflower that this beautiful Queen of Wands is carrying. So yes, the last card you have in your future is the Queen of Pentacles, another beautiful, beautiful queen. So yes, this is about what you wanted this person to give you. You thought you were going to be in this relationship with this person. They were so fantastic at the beginning, and you thought, yes, this is going to keep on getting fantastic. I love them so much. I love the way they are with me. This is amazing. I'm going to build up this beautiful, stable future with this person. I'm going to be in this beautiful garden, and I'm going to be sitting here with this beautiful pentacle. It's all going to be stable and fantastic. That didn't happen, and I think at this time you're realizing that is not going to happen with this person. You cannot go backwards. You have to go forwards. You have the Chariot. You can't do anything about that. So this is you just deciding, I am going to give this to myself. I don't need someone to give this to me. I am going to give this to myself. This Queen of Pentacles is sitting here by herself. She's looking at the pentacle, she's looking at the stability, she doesn't have anyone around her, she's by herself, and she's looking at nursing it in a way, like as a child, taking care of it. You're going to take care of your own business, you're going to build up your own beautiful garden, your own money, your own stability, and only then, when you're perfectly stable, strong in yourself, strong in every other way, you will meet the right person for you, who will join you in your strength. You will not need this person to build you up, this new person that's going to come in. You will find this other person. You won't need them to build you up. You'll have that already yourself. They will meet you on your level after you've built up that level for yourself. That's what I'm seeing there.